Welcome to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Jody Walls.
I'm Brady Brock.
We're with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany over on Starland Avenue. We specialize in home financing needs, whether it's a purchase, a refinance, or new construction.
And we're super passionate about trying to help you find the home of your dreams, help you get it financed, just like this one right here.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Game. If you come out and hit them in the mouth from the first play, we're going to be fine.
This week's Tallahatchie Nutrition Play of the Week is Jeb Bolin. Jeb had a phenomenal game Friday night, both on offense and defense. Offensively, he had 3 catches, all of them touchdowns for 131 yards. He also, on defense, had 8 tackles. So, Jeb, congratulations on being the Player of the Week. Mr. Drew, we appreciate what y'all do for us from Tallahatchie Nutrition.
Thank you. Jeb, congratulations on Player of the Week, and with that you get a tee from the store, and also you'll be invited to end of the year banquet where all the Players of the Week will get a steak dinner. So congratulations.
Thank you. Hello, I'd like to welcome you today to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Paul Henry, David Goo, brought to you by
Gumtree Mortgage, Jody Walls, Brady Brock. Those guys have supported us the whole time we've done the coaches show. Also Pam Brown at State Farm. She does a great job supporting us as well. So go to see either one of those businesses if you can help them out, or they can help you out, rather.
Well, Coach, we capped off a very exciting homecoming week with a W Friday night, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're homecoming, you certainly want to be in the game on top. We do such a great job with the community and school doing all the different festivities and activities throughout the week. There's a lot of pressure on those guys to play well, perform, and make sure, we end homecoming with the win. And just really pleased with the way they played and the fact that we came out and got that win.
Well, David, right out of the gate, we kind of had Shettles hook up with Bolin right out, just kind of a lot of fireworks right off the start, right?
Yeah, it just came out. It was a play where Jeb had actually talked, just, hey, you want to play the first play. Sure enough, the corner was down in his face. We checked to it. Great throw. He made a great play, and he started out with fireworks.
So Jeb called his own shot, kind of, didn't he?
Yeah, well, a lot of our players want that ball, and he's no different. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability and in himself, and you need a little bit of that, right? And so big thing is he backed it up.
Right.
Well, this was the Jeb Bolin week. I think he had 3 overall touchdowns. Also had a recovered kickoff that it wasn't actually necessarily an onside kick, but we were able to recover a kick on that. And he also had 8 tackles against Bahia this week. So the Jeb Bolin show this week.
Well, Jeb, he's a guy. He's on every special teams. He's a guy on defense. He's been a safety all year for us. He's not scared to come down and tackle like you talked about right there, having 8 tackles. And then offensively, he's consistent. He's a guy that's got great hands, great awareness. When he throw the ball to him, he's got a chance to catch it. He usually brings it down. So it was really encouraging and exciting for him and us to see him have that success.
Well, I don't know if the one he recovered was the one that Shumpert laid the boy out, but man, Shumpert on coverage just laid a boy out.
He got out there. Shumpert is probably our fastest, just straight line speed guy that we've got on the team, and Shaw was banged up a little bit. He didn't play a lot. We had a couple guys that didn't play a lot. We stuck him there based on his speed, and Grayson put a high ball up there. Did a really good job putting that pooch kick together, and Shumpert got down there fast. Before that, as soon as it hit the ground, before that guy had a chance to catch it, Shumpert made contact a couple different times, and on one of them we got, it got later in the game as we went up. We're up pretty good. We were all just kind of pulling for him to fair catch at that point, but he didn't do it early, and he paid the price.
Well, and it was a legal hit. It was perfectly timed, and everything.
Well, the ball had to hit the ground, so
right.
Everybody's up there. Had he fair caught it, or had he been trying to make an attempt to catch the ball, it would have been illegal. You'd have to give him room to do it. But because it hit the ground, was bounced back up toward him, it was a live football at that point, and kind of anything goes. It's anybody's ball at that point.
Right. Keelan also had a good night as far as running the ball, 9 carries, 135 yards, and 3 touchdowns as well.
Yeah, Keelan's a pretty good measurement of how our offense is doing. Regardless of what we're doing, we need to be able to run the football. Keelan does a good job. He's a bruiser back there. He's a 205-pound kid that runs extremely hard. And we ran a lot of inside zone, a lot of inside trap, and had a lot of success due to him and the offensive line.
Yeah, on the year, I've got him 98 carries for 709 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 118 yards per game. He's also had 400-yard games on the season. So.
Yeah, and a lot of that, could have had a lot more. Obviously, those starters didn't play a whole lot with the clock running. But a big game for Keelan, big game for Jeb, big game for our offense, and just like I said, we're really pleased with getting out of there with a win.
I thought Keelan made a heck of a catch there, coming across the middle and took a lick and kind of spun out and carried it for a big run that one play.
And Keelan catches the ball out of the backfield well every time, whether it's a screen pass or whether we get him out in a concept. DJ Robinson, you saw DJ at running back as well. DJ catches the ball well. Offensively, when we put them out there, everybody out there is able to catch the ball, and Braden can throw it to any one of them at any time.
Yeah, Braden was 7 for 11 for 195 yards, 3 touchdowns. We mentioned those to Jeb this week. Also on the seasons, 69 of 110 for 1,185 yards, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We again talked about completion percentage. Yeah. We've got him right at 63% completion percentage.
Yeah, like I said, that benchmark for me has always been 60%. So the fact that he's over that is phenomenal. And then you look at that touchdown to interception ratio, 16-3. All those came out in one game against Itawamba, I believe, where we just did not play well across the board. But that's phenomenal that 16-3. He does a tremendous job understanding the offense, knowing that when we pass the football, if his first initial read's not there, he does a great job extending plays. He's very, very a good quarterback beyond his sophomore years, and we're glad he's playing well. Played his best 2 football games the past 2 weeks.
That's what I was fixing to say. I feel like the last 3 weeks, really, we have really started executing better, being more disciplined, doing what you're supposed to do. And I think it's really showing.
I think at times it takes a little while for offenses kind of come together, regardless of how much you do in the summer or how much you do in the preseason and stuff like that. Sometimes it just takes a little time. I think our offense has really started clicking, like you said, especially the last 2 weeks, but maybe even back to the last 3. And you can tell that by the scoreboard. You can tell that by our wins and losses.
Able to get a lot of guys in this game, basically in the second half to play. So it's always good to get them a little bit of time in the live action, as they say.
Yeah, well, those guys are a huge part of our team, right? We go out and practice every day, whether they're in third block with ninth grade or whether they're varsity. They work just like those starters guys, just like, Jeb, who had a big night. Those other guys work hard too. And so anytime you get the opportunity for them to get some of the spotlight, some of the playing time where they get to go out there and kind of show what they can do, it's a big time for us. It's also experience, and it's valuable experience that those young guys will have that pays dividends later too.
Well, like injuries, our linebacking core take some big hits, and those younger guys, some of them have had to step in and play.
Yeah, we've got guys like Cade Pipkin that's played a little bit. Parker Hicks is a guy that's come out and is practicing with the varsity now. You saw Keelan Simpson go over there and play inside linebacker. We think Parker Skinner will be back this week, so we're excited about him getting back. And that'll give some of that more of that depth back there where we lost it. But you got to have guys step up. You got to practice and prepare for injuries and prepare for some of those things. Now, sometimes you can combat them better than others. But we've got a lot of guys that can play and a lot of guys that practice. And like I said, anytime you get up or have the ability or opportunity to get some other guys in and give them a chance, it's a good thing for sure.
Yeah, Logan Deaton, I show he had 4 tackles this past week against Bahia. Cade Pipkin, another 4 tackles against Bahia. And Jalen Nesbitt with 4 tackles against Bahia. So some of the names that you're not usually hearing on Friday.
Right. We started 2 different cornerbacks. Jalen Nesbitt, it was one corner, and then LaDarian Gilbert was the other corner to start out. You saw we moved Logan Deaton around a lot. He played safety, played some corner, and he's a versatile guy that can do those things. So you mentioned Cade. He's one of those guys that come in at the inside linebacker where we have been injury prone. It's always fun to see those guys do some things, step up, and give them the opportunity. Those are guys that you're going to see more and more as this year goes on and next year. So just anytime, like I said, you get those guys experience, it's a good thing. I think our defense, we played really well. We got after the ball. I think, one series they got loose and scored early. And we just got to do a better job of tackling. I think that's the big thing. Anytime you talk defense, you talk tackling. But the past couple of weeks, we really worked hard on trying to limit missed tackles and limit second chances.
show as far as overall tackle leader on the for the season, Jeb with 39, McKylan and Zion Robinson with 32 right behind him, Jaden Hicks 31.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Jeb. I think you're going to see Jeb start creeping down closer to the box. The next few weeks we're going to play teams that are really run heavy. And due to that, you may see some different things defensively, whether it's a 4-man front or whether we've got a safety rolling down closer. Jeb's a guy that we can do a lot of things with. Him and DJ Robinson, those guys they can back up and play in space, or they can come down there aggressive enough, strong enough, physical enough to play closer to the line of scrimmage. So I think if you watch us against North Pontotoc, watch us against South, and then Ripley, you're going to see Jeb a little bit closer to the ball, a little bit more in the action, and we're confident he'll do a good job with that.
Well, one thing I can tell you, their speed and their athleticism behavior, their record doesn't indicate how talented they are, does it?
Yeah, I think that's year in and year out, right? Every year they're going to have some athletes. What the number one was 6'5", 190. He lined up at receiver. He looked like an SEC guy out there, right? You saw 53 at one of the offensive line spots. Was a really good-looking young man. Just a tall guy that got after it. So the quarterback, the guy they brought in, that was basically a running back that started playing quarterback some for him, just to run the football, was a really physical, hard runner that had some speed. So they definitely got some tools, and I think they struggle putting it together for whatever reason. And part of that's the teams they play. Part of that's just missing that X factor, whatever it may be. But they certainly have athletes.
They seem to be a lot more organized this year than they have been in the past. I know we talked last week about them having new coach year after year after year,
Yeah.
but they seem to be putting it together.
Well, the coach that they've had, he was at Knoxville County before that, so he's been around Coach Shorter and a lot of those other guys that have winning programs down there. So there's no question he knows what football is, knows how to do it and how to perform. Sometimes it takes time, right? This is his first year there, so I certainly look for them to improve. I think he's doing a really good job leading them.
Well, we're going to take it to a break, and later on in the show, we're going to put Coach Stubblefield on the board to kind of show what Jeb and them were seeing out there on that first strike from Braden Shettles. But we're going to take it to a break this time.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
All right, this past Friday we went out there, and before the game, Jeb, you talked about wanting to run a fade. Anytime you're a receiver, a fade's kind of the ultimate thing, right? When you get a chance to run by somebody. But what we did Friday night, we went to a trip set. You saw us. Defense looked very similar to this right here. We got our guys on offense. We go out. We check with me. So that means the guys get down. They say, set, go. Nobody moves. It gives Coach Robbins, Coach Stubb, and me a chance to look at what they did. We saw this corner. That corner was down on Jeff. He was in his face. So what do you want to do?
So basically, I just knew I could beat him off the jump. And that safety's so far in the middle of the field. I knew if Braden got the ball to me fast enough, I would be able to score, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, so anytime we run a fade, we got some things we work on. You've got numbers, right? There was the 50, the 40, not the 43, the 40, the 30. So we line it up. We're right there at the top of the numbers. So they have boxes basically at practice. So Jeb, when we run a fade, we start at the top of the numbers. All right. When we come off the ball, we're going to stem to the bottom of the numbers. That gives you from the bottom of the numbers all the way to the boundary to fade out to the ball, right? So basically, Braden's got from the bottom of the numbers all the way to the sideline. When that ball's in the air, it's called a fade because we hold the bottom of the numbers and we fade out to the ball to catch it. So one of the things that's critical anytime we run a fade, other than just running by that guy, is stemming him, getting to his outside and running and having that room to fade. If we allow that corner to push us off, Well, now we don't have that room on the sideline. The quarterback has to throw the ball out of bounds. It's not as good a play. So basically right there, we saw that corner down in our face. We knew we had fade. He did a great job running by him. Some other things we do right there at the corner, anytime we see guys, like I said, in the spread offense, we're looking for matchups, right? So, Jeb, if this guy's off right here, what are some other things we can do to him?
Slant's really easy in coverage like that because there's outside linebackers so far up here, safety's right there. Just get right in this little hole and
so slant is one, hitch is another one. But anytime we got a slant right here, how far do we run a slant, Jeb?
About 3 yards.
Slant's about a three-step slant. We're slanting right there. But we've got to make sure we key this outside linebacker, like Jeb said. If he gets loose, if he's out here, that obviously can affect the slant. So instead of running a slant right there, we may run a hitch instead. But those are our two options, slant and a hitch, if that corner is off. If he gets down in their face, we're a better athlete than them, we're going to run by him with the fade. If they're off and we got the outside linebacker attached down here to the box, and we know we've got the slant, if he's down, if he's soft and he's coming back, then we know we can run the hitch. So those are just three options for us at receiver. Anytime we want to isolate a guy, get him one-on-one with the corner, those are some things we're going to do. We're going to run fade, slant, and hitch. And guys like Jeb, guys like Caleb Shumpert, quarterback like Braden Shettles, they have a high success rate in that, so they can make it easy. So, again, just a little bit more chalk talk, a little more board talk. We wanted to kind of give you an insight to Jeb's first play. Huge touchdown, got us going Friday night.
All right, I'd like to welcome you back to Inside New Albany Football. Coach, we traveled down Highway 15 to kind of a sentimental one for you this week at North Pontotoc, right?
We're going to that crew. My whole high school career, my whole career in going to school was at North Pontotoc for all 12 years in kindergarten and whatnot. So really good people there. Had a great experience. Was certainly home to me. So it's always important and always a little extra something to it whenever we go back to that crew.
And it's Friday the 13th.
I didn't think about that, I felt good about it before you said that, everything, but, it's getting closer to Halloween too and whatnot. So I don't know how often Friday the 13th comes around, but, hopefully that doesn't affect the play. Hopefully we continue what we talked about, offensively playing better, defensively kind of coming together. Special teams have been really good too, as of late. Grayson, we talked to D a lot, D Johnson's our punter. We like nights that he doesn't get to see any action.
He needs to be bored, right?
So, for the next few weeks, we hope that D doesn't get a whole lot of action, but he's practicing hard and kicking well. And so if we call on him, we know he'll be there. But definitely looking forward to North Pontotoc, looking forward to going to that crew. Coach Crotwell is the coach there, does a good job with those guys. They're going to be well coached and ready to play.
Well, year in and year out, it seems like North plays us better than they play anybody else for whatever the reason. I don't know, but they just get after us every time, don't they?
Well, it's a division game. It's one that they want to, obviously win. They want to win all of them, I'm sure. But I think when you get down into the division, you're going to get everybody's best shot. So we're certainly going to be prepared. We know they're going to be going for us and trying to do what they can to stop us and to win themselves. So it's going to be a good task.
Well, they're coming off a 29-16 win over West Lowndes. I show they had total passing yards 114, total rushing yards 63 for a total of 177 yards. They also had 3 turnovers, a couple of fumbles and an interception.
Well, anytime we can get the ball still possession, that's big. It was big this past Friday night. I think they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be well coached. They've got a couple of playmakers that are really dynamic. The Win Fun kid at quarterback number 6. Whether he's a quarterback, running back, wherever he's at, if he gets the ball in his hands, he's a guy that's a bruiser, very similar to Keelan Simpson size-wise. Going to be hard to tackle, so we've got to make sure we wrap him up, hold on, and get him to the ground. The other athlete they've got is number 3, is a wide receiver. Tyler Pickens, I believe, is his name. Just a really, really good player, 6'5", 190 kind of kid that plays shortstop for him. We're going to have to know where he's at as well. McCollum Cameron will be on him all night. We have a lot of confidence in McCollum, but it'll be a big task for him.
Showed you mentioned the quarterback, Win Fun. He was a running back for him last year. I showed he had 142 carries for 651 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's missed a few games earlier this year. Only played in about 3 games, but he's doing well as well for this year. Show him 18 of 31 for 319 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Also a rush for 80 carries for 597 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, don't throw the ball over that much, but when they do, if it's 18 completions for 300 yards, that's a high per reception right there. So they're big plays. Bottom line, whether 3's at quarterback or 6, that's what when Drew was hurt, they put number 3 back there. So either one of those guys are extremely athletic or capable. From a defensive spot, we're going to probably have a few more guys down that box because they are such a run-heavy team, even though they can't throw the ball. Hopefully that'll give us a better chance of getting him down before he gets going. I think also, it just kind of goes along with our team. We've had those injuries at linebacker. We've got a little bit more depth at D-line, so you'll see that a little bit more this week. But just, a big task. Anytime they've got 6 back there at running back and they've got 3 out there on the edge, they can do either thing they want to, so we got to be ready on both sides. Our box, our D-line, our linebackers got to do a good job. And then, like I said, in the secondary, we're going to have to know where they're at. We're going to have to make sure we make plays on the ball when the ball's in the air. It's got to be our ball, not theirs, and just do a good job back there.
You mentioned 3 Pickens. Show him with 10 catches for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also has run the ball 53 times for 320 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from when he was a quarterback, watch, all their film, but a lot of times, whether the play breaks down, he can get going. If he gets out of the pocket, he runs really well. So we just got to know where they're at. We got to make sure we wrap them up. Ideally, I think, we're going to dominate the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to make things difficult for us.
That's what if you say our D-line got to show up and show out, right?
Yeah, D-line's been playing well all year. Ethan Conley's doing a really good job. He's been playing more as we've kind of gotten into these later games. You're going to continue to see him out there. Jaden Hicks is, again, is one of our top players. He's all over the field on defense. Then you've got guys like Emmanuel Tucker, Jackson Howard. Those are kind of our 4 guys that lead the defensive line, although you'll see some other guys in there as well.
A couple other guys show another wide receiver for North. Number 1, Spratt. He's a junior, 8 catches, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. Running back number 4, Cook, a senior, 39 carries, 141 yards and a touchdowns. Winfun's brother, number 5, is also, he's a sophomore, 53 carries for 212 yards.
Being from over there and having a lot of people that, in my life, they're still from North Pontotoc. You hear a lot about the Spratt kid. I think when you watch film, he's the next guy that stands out. You've got Drew at number 6. You've got number 3, the receiver, and then you're going to notice number 1 next. He plays safety for them on defense. He's a guy they like to get the ball to on offense as well. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's a junior, so he's got a little bit more time. But another good player for him. Anytime you've got number 1, those are typically really good players, and it's no different in North than Spratt. He's a good player as well.
Yeah, I show him with also 38 tackles on the year as well from his cornerbacks or safety spot. Their leading tackler on defense is Mr. Spratt. They got a couple of linebackers, a Barrio kid, a junior again. I think he was a big player for him last year, number 48, had 34 tackles on the year. And also number 20, a nose guard linebacker, Carlisle, that has 32 tackles on the year. He's a senior.
Yeah, you're going to see 20 at outside linebacker, 20, and then 32 is the other outside linebacker. Those are guys that are certainly capable. I think it's kind of a very similar situation to their defensive side of the ball. On our defense, we've got to control the line of scrimmage. On our offense, we've got to do a good job, controlling the line of scrimmage as well, getting Keelan through that line of scrimmage before he's getting touched and whatnot. And just you got to have push, right? When those linemen come off the ball, they need to get a hat on a hat. They need to get their feet running. They need to be moving bodies. I think this is a week that they should do that and do that well. I don't look for them, to control that line of scrimmage at all. I think, that's as a former offensive lineman, that's something to take a lot of pride in, controlling that line of scrimmage, taking great steps, getting hat placement, playing with low pads, and ultimately getting movement. We talked about Coach Stubb all the time about technique and different things and steps and pad level and hand placement. Bottom line, you got to move the guy in front of you, right? So whatever you do, when it all shakes loose, get that guy moved. I think that's something we're going to focus on. You do it every week, but I think that will dictate the game on both sides of the ball.
Bulldogs lead the series 13-3. Last year, Bulldogs come out with a victory 42-7. And the losses that we've had to North Pontotoc were in 2021, 2015, and 2014.
Yeah, I know the 2021 game was the monsoon at North Pontotoc.
Lots of rain.
I guess that's probably as hard a rain as games I've been a part of. It definitely rained hard, and like I said, I had opportunities in the game, but didn't come away with a win. Like Mr. Henry said, it's always a game. They're going to come into New Albany or come into Ecru and play hard. We've got to take advantage of matchups. I think we are more athletic than they are, and our skill positions. I think when we go on offense, we put 5 skill guys out there that can all do things with the ball, whether it's Jeb or Caleb Shumpert or Caleb Shaw or DJ Robinson, and then some backup guys that come in there. Or you got Cortland Earl comes in at receiver. A lot of different guys, and then you've got to go to running back, and you've got Keelan Simpson that can pound the football. We've got an offensive line that we think is pretty good, and then we got Braden, who we know is a good quarterback as well. So just when you have those guys spread out, it's going to take a really good defense to kind of limit you if you're playing well. And so I ultimately think we're going to be too much for North. I think our skilled guys are going to be able to play in space. They've got to kind of pick their poison, right? Are you going to try to load the box and stop Keelan, or are you going to play off and try to contain a receiver? So that's what spread football is all about, taking matchups, taking advantage of spacing. And I think we've been doing a better job of that, which is why you've seen the offense going. On the defensive side of the ball, we've got to stop the run. That's something we've struggled with a little bit lately. We just got to make sure we shore up tackles. When we get our opportunities to bring guys down, we do that. A big part of that is always going to be controlling the line of scrimmage as well. We've got to have those defensive linemen, whether it's 3 or 4, if we insert another one, they can't give up push. They got control gaps, and linebackers got to step up the field.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. Your linebackers, when that D-line sets the edge, and those linebacker cores have got to step in the gaps.
Yeah. And I think we've been getting better and better there, right? I think you saw guys like Zion Robinson, who's moved from outside linebacker to inside. Right. You've seen Parker Skinner get better and better each week, and then before he was out. So consistency is nice, right? We want to keep those guys in there. That we're better right now with Parker Skinner and Zion Robinson in the game. That's who's gotten the most practice. That's who needs to be out there. But we're fully capable if Cade Pipkin or Keelan Simpson need to go out there. They can get the job done well. But hopefully we stay healthy. Hopefully those guys continue to get better and better each week. Because we want to be playing our best football when the playoffs start.
Looking back at last week's game against West Lowndes, I don't know anything about West Lowndes, but I do show North Pontotoc gave up 256 yards rushing to them last week.
And they're going to be a very fast team, a dynamic team. They played, we saw them on film when they played Byhalia. So we know they're an athletic team, guys got plenty of speed. Again, I think we are. I think we've got some speed. I think we've got the guys on the edge that can run. And I ultimately think we've got more speed, more athletes on the edge than they do, and I think that's going to be a difference maker too.
Good luck on Friday the 13th.
We appreciate it. We hope that doesn't have any negative ramifications or anything, but we're going to go in there. We're going to be focused, right? We talk all the time, whether it's Thursday during walkthrough or Friday during before the game starts in the locker room. Just having focus, knowing what our job is. Coach Colin Stubblefield talks about it a lot. When he was at Upstate, Coach Williams, his offensive coordinator, he didn't want guys down here. He didn't want them up here. He wanted them right here in the middle, playing level-headed, just, doing their job, because that builds consistency, that builds execution. And when we're executing, we're going to be tough to handle.
We got a short bus ride down Highway 15 to North Pontotoc, and hopefully we'll go down there and get a W.
Yeah, these guys, they'll get to kind of hang out in the locker room a little bit longer this week. They'll probably travel dressed. Anytime you're right down the road, it makes the travel easy. But ultimately, we want to build off each week. We want guys just like Jeb did this past week step up and play and give us a shot at winning football games.
Well, the great thing about it is I feel like we've had a different person every week step up, right? That's kind of the great thing about our team this year. I think we've got a lot of talented young men, and hey, who knows who'll step up this week.
Yeah, anybody, right? Ultimately, we need 11 playing well on offense and 11 playing on defense, and these special teams continue playing well. But we've certainly got guys that can step up, and somebody will be the player of the week next week as well.
Yes, sir. We're going to thank you for tuning in to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Paul Henry with David Good. Our show is brought to us by
Gumtree Mortgage, Jody Walls, Brady Brock, also Pam Brown at State Farm. Both businesses do a tremendous job supporting us, so we appreciate them.
Thank you, and go Bulldogs.
We're doing the Northeast kickoff. State legislature in Jackson, where I strive
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to purchase your game day program. First quarter comes on home top on the Blue Boys. For the touchdown field goal with Martin Stewart now. Touchdown over $100, field goal 150. The team ready to open our number 48 from back cover. And the first quarter comes down. The game is called tonight. It's in the team restaurant at the 49 and for the pass.
For a complete schedule of all Tiger athletics. You can also watch Northeast football all season on NEMCCTV.com. And Kirk, the Tigers were undefeated until last night and lost a heartbreaker thriller in overtime to East Central 28-21.
They really did. They're having a great year, and hopefully they bounce back next week and get a victory, get back on the winning track. I want to remind everybody one more time, Band and Fish Chicken Dinner next Friday night, October the 20th, 5 till 7 at New Albany High School cafeteria before the South Pontotoc football game. Tickets are $15 per plate. It includes a choice of fish or chicken, fries, hush puppy, slaw, dessert, and choice of water or tea. Get your tickets from any band member, the band director, and there will be a limited number of tickets available at the cafeteria the night of the ball game. Hope everybody comes out and supports the New Albany High School marching band. North Pontotoc's got it teed up. Shaw's back deep. He's flanked by DJ Robinson back at about the 10-yard line. And we are just about underway. And they're going to try an onside kick, and we'll have to see who gets it. The Bulldogs, number 21, got it. That's Dan Van Natta. For the Bull.
I'm sorry, I don't know if that was intended onside kick or if he just missed the ball. I mean,
it didn't look like it was intended, did it?
It didn't. It's like it shanked right off his foot. But
well, because he swung at it when his foot swung at it, I was looking downfield to see where it was going to, go, and I had to come back and try to find it. Nevertheless, the Bulldogs have excellent field position at the North Pontotoc 49-yard line. Just underway from North Pontotoc as Shettles brings his team up to the line. He says Simpson in motion. Back to pass, fumbles the snap, but he's got time. He's still looking, avoids a would-be tackler. Now he's going to go back at the 45-yard line. Just never could get his composure after he dropped the snap.
Well, you got it. He dropped it. I don't think it was a bad snap. I think that Braden just dropped the football, and he couldn't get it off the ground after he had dropped it. He was kept fumbling with it. Still had plenty of time, and when he looked up, he just couldn't find anybody, and by that time, North Pontotoc got on him. Going to be a loss of about 6 for the Bulldogs.
Shaw and Bolin wide to the left. Simpson's your running back. Shettles at quarterback. Shumpert wide to the right as Shaw goes in motion left to right. Hand off to Simpson off the right side. Breaks a tackle down to the 46-yard line for the Bulldogs. Going to pick up 7 on it. It's going to be third down and about 8 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Well, good hard running that time by Keelan. Good blocking on the right side by the Bulldogs up front. And I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight, but I think we can have success with it.
Third down, 8 yards to go as Shettles barks out the signal, looks into the middle, fires a bullet to DJ Robinson, breaks one tackle, now taken down by 3 and 4 North Pontotoc Vikings at the 31-yard line. It'll be a Bulldog first down, the first one of the game, and the Bulldogs coming out moving this football.
Well, I mean, if they give us that kind of cushion on DJ all night, we won't see a lot of that running. We'll just sit there and throw it like that because there was nobody within 10 yards of him at the beginning of the play. Good play for the Bulldog offense.
Twin receivers left and right. DJ Robinson in motion. Fake a handoff to Shaw. Flip it out to DJ in the screen. He's got some running room. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown. New Albany Bulldogs on the board. 6-0.
Well, great play call right there. Brought DJ in motion from the right side to the left. Went behind Simpson and Braden and he just threw a screen out there to him. Super job on the left side, blocking by the receivers. Nobody touched him. Easy to get in the end zone.
Extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. The Bulldogs send everybody to the left except Simpson and Bolin. They're going to go for two, and that's exactly what they're doing. Simpson runs it straight ahead into the end zone, gets a 2-point. Tallahatchie Gourmet conversion is good. New Albany 8, North Pontotoc nothing. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me, and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them, and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better, and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank at BNA. Professional business solutions. Our experienced commercial lenders understand the sophisticated needs of today's businesses. We have all the products and services needed to make your business a success. BNA Bank, the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
Kicks the extra point. Bulldogs up 7-0. Early, just underway here in the first quarter.
Well, just a easy move it right down the field. Take that snap that we dropped on the first one. After that, we just went forward, went down the field with ease. Good job running the football. Good job passing the football. Bulldogs getting ready to kick off here.
Alexander for the Bulldogs tees it up right at the 40-yard line as the Vikings anticipate a deep kick. It's a pooch kick. It's going to be fair, caught at the 32-yard line by North Pontotoc. They'll have good field position to work with. First possession of the night for the Vikings. We'll see what the Bulldog defense can do with them.
Well, I think, Kurt, your expectation would be that based on what I've heard and what I've seen on film is North Pontotoc's going to try to run the football. They do have a really good quarterback. I think I heard tonight in their pregame recognition of their seniors he's going to play baseball in junior college maybe, but good-looking athlete, so they're going to be tough to stop with the running game for sure.
Win Fung, number 6, will work at quarterback. We remember he had a big night against the Bulldogs a year ago, and he's going to be back to pass. Flares it out in the flats and nowhere to go. Coming up hard and quick from the Bulldog secondary is Jeb Bolin, and nowhere to go. Going to lose a yard or two on it. Going to actually wind up being about a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15, and Jeb read it all the way.
Jeb did a great job of coming up and making the play. They had wides. They had 2 wides on both sides and came out with a wide receiver screen. Had a guy open out there. Throw was a little bit high, but Jeb did a super job of coming up from his safety spot.
Vikings to go with 3 wide receivers wide to the left side of the football field. As Win Fun works out of a shotgun. He's looking. He's trying to get a man deep. Well overshot him, but we had 2-3 Bulldogs back there double covering him, and no chance at all. DJ Robinson and Jeb Bolin all back there along with Shaw. Good thing for North Pontotoc that it wasn't thrown to the receiver because it would have been picked off.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good job by the defensive front getting pressure. They coming out throwing the ball more than I had anticipated. One thing I noticed, Kurt, we got a number 5 out there, Skinner, for the Bulldogs. You know, he was hurt, had a little knee problem. He's out there starting the game. That's a good thing.
Good to see him back out. Back to pass again is Wildenbong. He's going deep once again. Jeb's there. Double coverage, and once again, incomplete. And the Vikings will have to punt the football away. And I don't know, Keith. All I can think is they're trying to throw 3 deep passes in a row. They're trying to possibly loosen up this Bulldog defense.
I think that's probably right, Kurt. If you look at our defense, we've got more people in the box than we have had most of the year, and that's kind of what I took from that series from them. They thought they might loosen us up. Bulldogs defensive backs doing a super job of coverage.
Jeb will get back deep along the 40-yard line, anticipated the punt. He's got a good snap and plenty of time to get away. Jeb's going to field it at the 39. He's going to sidestep a tackler, come right up the sideline, step out of bounds around the 47-yard line, make it to 48. 1st and 10, and once again, the Bulldogs starting out right at midfield for the second possession of the night.
Well, that's what you want. If you can get it, you'll take that field position all night long, and Jeb did a good job. But we talked about Jeb a lot with his punt return stuff, and for him to get up and catch the football and not let the ball roll, he saves us a lot of yards every game.
It'd be interesting to know how many yards. I don't think we've had 2, maybe 3 punts hit and roll all year long, and there's no telling what the yardage that he has saved by not letting that ball roll another 10, 12 yards after the punt. Shettles will work with an empty backfield. Back to pass. He's looking. He's going to run a quarterback draw. He breaks a tackle across the 40-yard line down to the 35, picks up a block at the 30, taken down at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, good play call right there, Kurt. I think that was intended the whole time. It was a quarterback draw. We had 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jeb took it, and good job of the guys up front opening up a hole. Big play right there for the Bulldogs.
Right at the 25-yard line. Hand off to Simpson. He's got some running room right up the middle. He's at the 20. Spins away at the 10. Down to the 5. Taken down at the 1-yard line. Once again, Keith running right up that A-gap, and running room there once Simpson hits it so hard. Big gainer.
Good job by the guys up front. Newby, Horn, Conley, Morton, and Kathy just opening up big hole right there. Simpson did a good job getting up in the hole, pick up big yardage.
Tucker and Hicks' check in as a heavy set, power back set, and they're going to hand it to Simpson straight ahead. He's going to get into the end zone, and the Bulldogs go up 13-0.
Well, easy drive right there. You get the quarterback draw, then you get Keelan running, and figured you would get a dose of that tonight because, again, we talked about it before the game, that the offensive line is maturing, gotten a lot better, and Keelan is just such a hard runner. And when you have the passing threat that we have, it's going to make them loosen it up a little bit as well.
This extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. Bolin holds, Alexander kicks. It's a line drive kick, and it's going to be good. Bulldogs go up 14-0, and we will be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
And he's going to pooch kick it again right at over there around the same place. This time the Vikings going to catch it, come straight ahead out to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. New Albany up 14-0. 8:30 left remaining in the first quarter.
Again, another pooch kick there by Alexander and the Bulldogs. Good job of coverage getting down there. North Pontotoc's going to have pretty good field position. Look for them. I still think their forte is to run the football, Kurt, but they hadn't shown that early. They're throwing the heck out of it.
And once again, they'll send 3 receivers to the right side of the field. Bulldogs work with a 3-down lineman since they walk up an outside linebacker. Come straight ahead. I don't think they got the line of scrimmage out of it. It looked like they lost a yard. We're going to call it 2nd and 11.
Well, they went for exactly what we did with Braden. They spread us out with receivers everywhere and tried to run a quarterback draw. Bulldogs just won at the line of scrimmage. Wasn't anything there for them.
The Vikings work out of a huddle. They discussing the place that they want to call. Bulldogs playing their standard 3-3 type defense, walking those outside linebackers up a little bit on the weak side. Bring a man in motion, the Vikings do, and he's going to be taken down. He's going to be taken down hard. He's going to lose 3, maybe 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 13, and the Vikings just have nowhere to go so far, Keith, in this with their offense.
They were trying to stretch us out that time with a little, like you would say, a stretch reverse play. It's really dark down there, Kurt. I thought I saw a flag, but I did not see a flag now that I see the head ref moving back. So it's going to be 3rd down, and as Kurt said, about 13 or 14 yards to go.
Winfong stays at quarterback, sends a receiver wide to the right. He's back to pass, flares it out in the flats. He's got a receiver taken down at the 32-yard line. And once again, Jeb Bolin comes flying up from a safety position, makes the tackle. Gained about 6 on it. It'll be 4th down and 9. They'll have to punt the football away.
Well, good job there by North Pontotoc. A really good call. A screen play had us coming with some heat and had a open, looked like might be a big gainer for him. And Jeb just came up and made a great play.
Ripley goes up 7-0 over Etowamba. 26-yard touchdown pass from Ty Long is apparently recovering and playing tonight. Bolin fields the football at the 34-yard line. Looks one way, comes another. Now he stops. Going to try to go across the field. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him. He's at midfield. He's got a blocker at the 40. Down the sideline, he goes at the 30. He's going to take it at the 20. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Jeb Bolin.
Got a flag, Kurt.
But it's going to come back.
I'll be darned. A late flag, too, man. I don't know what they got over there because that was I didn't see that as a flag on the Bulldogs. But
let's shoot it down to David Good. He's right there on it. David?
I believe they're going to call a blindside block on the Bulldogs, so it'll bring it back. That's the only thing we can kind of figure out, but blindside block on the Bulldogs. I didn't catch a number.
David, thus far, a little bit surprised that the Bulldogs aren't getting a little bit more resistance. I think they've caught the Vikings a little bit off guard.
I agree 100%, Kirk. Bulldogs doing a good job coming out strong this first quarter with this Bulldog kind of setting the tone for the rest of the game.
And you know North Pontotoc's always got a good football team, so they're going to don't let this early lead surprise you too much. Before it's over, this is likely to be a really close football game.
Well, good job that time by Jeb. He did a super job of getting that thing around the corner.
They bring it back to the 45-yard line. Shettles fires a bullet to Shumpert. Down the sideline he goes. I think he's taken out of bounds over there. Somewhere around the 25-yard line. We've got a pretty tough vantage point. We're going to have to see exactly where they're going to mark it. That was the Shumpert, I believe. It is dark down there, Keith. I'm having a hard time seeing.
Yeah, the lighting here is not really that good, but I'm not sure one of our cheerleaders may not have tackled him on the sideline over there that time.
We've got movement by the Bulldogs up front on the right tackle to back them up 5 yards. And David, pretty tight squeeze over on that sideline. I hope nobody got injured.
One of the cheerleaders got her legs cut out from her, but I think she survived it okay over here. No megaphones were injured during that last play, either one. So everybody's okay over here, but not a lot of room at all, guys.
It remained first down. It'll be first down and 15. Shettles changing the play, talking to his receivers. Got everybody set. Snap a little bit low. He picks it up. Still got time. Rolling left. He's looking deep. He fires a bullet. Completes it at the 10. Into the touchdown. It's going to be Shaw. Now we got a late flag coming in once again.
Wow. I don't know why they keep calling these flags on these punts, on these blocks like that. That to me, that did not look like it was anything illegal, but they're sure enough going to call it back. Oh, they're going to call holding.
Yeah, it'll be holding on the Bulldogs. It'll come back. It'll be 10 yards from the point of the infraction. and Pontotoc has taken a 3-0 lead over the Lafayette Commodores. First quarter score. I want to remind everybody to go by Chevron Shortstop just across the street from New Albany High School. Now, every morning serving a plate breakfast. You name it, they've got it. And the best coffee in town to go with it, Chevron Shortstop just across the street from New Albany High School.
And they got one of those coolers up there, Kurt, with sandwiches in it, and I got one tonight. And normally I'm a little leery of them. I mean, I'm talking about a top quality sandwich, really fresh, good sandwich.
They really were. I got a chicken salad. I don't know what you got, but it was as good as you get.
Yeah, really good sandwich. Bulldogs are getting ready. Braden's got his team, got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Going to send Shaw from left to right. He's looking for a receiver. Did a pump fake. He's got Jeb down the sideline. Unless they call a block or any flag, that's a touchdown for Jeb Bowen. Great pass by Braden. Great catch. Good job by the guys up front. Bulldogs take a 20-0 lead here in the first quarter. Yeah, Kurt, he did a super job right there. Braden just pump faked it. Jeb put a move on the cornerback, able to get into the corner of the end zone. Alexander trying to make it 21-0.
You couldn't have said it better, Keith. Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. All extra points brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. Remember, for all your holiday needs, all your catering needs, give Jeff or Angel a call down at Tallahatchie Gourmet. They'll set it up. They'll take care of it from start to finish. All you've got to do is go enjoy it.
Man, I hate I missed today's lunch down there. I had a meeting and wasn't able to get down there to Tallahatchie Gourmet and kind of gotten used to that Friday lunch down there. I hate I missed it today.
Don't mind telling you that chicken country fried steak is pretty good. Bulldogs take a 21-point lead. Still 5:43 left in the football game. And I don't mind telling you, Keith, I'm a little surprised.
Well, I don't mind telling you, I'm really not surprised. I kind of thought we were going to have the better football team. Now, I am surprised that it's 21-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. But you talked about it before the game. We both did. I mean, our offensive line's getting better and better and better, and that makes our offense just really almost unstoppable.
Alexander ready to kick it off. He's got it teed up. Bulldogs lead the football game 21-0 in the first quarter yet. And he hits that same pooch kick, and once again it's going to be fair caught right at the 36-yard line. The Vikings, I don't think, Keith, have manufactured a first down tonight yet.
I agree. I don't think they have, and I think they're trying to figure out what they want their identity to be tonight. Do they want to try to throw it? Do they want to try to run it? They just haven't had success with either one so far, and they're going to have to. I don't think they can run the football straight at us, so they're going to have to throw the football some. 1st and 10
for the Vikings. 5:43 remaining, first quarter. Bulldogs lead the football game 21-0. And Win Fun back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man in the flat. Completes it at the 39-yard line. Once again, hit immediately by Jeb Bolin. Then Cameron comes up and helps out on the tackle along with number 25, Zion Robertson. Give him about 4 yards on it. Make it 2nd and 6.
Really nice pass and nice route there. Just ran a little out route with the receiver, the slot receiver. And again, our defensive backs, super job coming up, making the play. Probably the most productive play for North Pontotoc tonight, though, and they picked up about 4 yards.
Well, they've decided they think they found a weakness in the Bulldogs' defense in the flats, but Jeb is really flying up, sealing it off quick. Winfone's going to keep it. He's going to turn the left side. He's got a little bit of running room across midfield down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Well, Kurt, that time they just loaded it up and ran the football over to the left side. Did a good job of sealing our linebacker. Quarterback was able to take the direct snap, run around the left side for the first down of the night for North Pontotoc. They line up. They got a receiver to the left, a receiver to the right. Going to hand the ball straight up the middle. Going to push, and probably get maybe a yard or two out of that one. Going to bring up second down and long for the Vikings.
I want to remind everybody once again, Band and Fish Chicken Dinner next Friday night, October the 20th from 5 to 7 at the New Albany High School cafeteria right before the South Pontotoc football game. Tickets are $15 a plate. Includes a choice of fish or chicken, fries, hush puppies, salon dessert, and choice of tea or water. See any band member or the band director for a ticket. There will be limited tickets available at the door. Vikings have their first down. Winfong back to pass. He's looking deep once again. Throws it into double coverage. Almost intercepted by Bowling. He got a hand on it. Couldn't hold on to it.
I tell you what, Jeff Bowling's having a football game tonight. He had one last week, and tonight he's having his game, his bigger part of his game on defense, doing a super job. Now, I know he got a touchdown a while ago, but he's playing the safety spot like you're supposed to play it. Good coverage by he, and I think that might have been Cameron back over there helping him.
Second down and 10. Still in the first quarter. New Albany leads the football game 21-0. Winfong's going to try to keep it around the left edge. He picks up a block, got a little bit of running room. Going to be close to a first down, and it's just going to depend on where they mark it. We'll send it down to David Good. David, looks like it's right on the line.
First down for the Vikings. Yeah, got just enough for the first down there. Had a chance there when he made his cut around the corner there to put him down, but Parker Skinner dropped off of him there, so he was able to get enough to get the first down.
And that's more what Keith had seen on tape is a really strong runner is Winfong.
Well, that time, Kurt, they just ran the same play they ran before to the left side. They ran it to the right that time, and they're just doing a good job of sealing our linebacker.
First and 10 from the 31. Winfong back to pass, throws a little hook pass right at the 25-yard line, complete, taken down immediately by Robinson and Shaw. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, North Pontotoc's offense is looking a lot better on this drive. They kind of settled in and ran the football a couple of times successfully, and then they're mixing in some passes. And like you mentioned earlier, Kurt, they're still continuing to try to throw deep, and I don't know if they think they can hit those or if that's just to loosen us up.
A wide receiver, left and right. They kind of work with an H-back in the backfield, line him up kind of behind the tackle. And we've got whistles. We've got a stoppage of play, and all I can imagine, Keith, is illegal procedure on the Vikings.
That's what it's going to be, buddy. You called it. Going to cost them 5 yards. Going to make it 2nd down and about 9 yards to go.
Want to remind everybody we'll be back home at New Albany High School next week playing the South Pontotoc Cougars. Be on the air at 6:15 with a BNA Bank pregame show.
Should be another good one, Kurt.
No doubt about it. Winfong throws a little screen-type flare pass out to the right. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Wow. Good job by the guys in white right there. Bulldogs did a super job of just they ran the screen, and they ran it quick. They didn't try to set anything up. I mean, he took the snap, turned to throw it, and the Bulldogs were really aggressive in getting there. Going to lose yardage.
Want to remind everybody the game tonight's on the Sports Connection, WNAU 1470 AM, streaming on WNAU.com, and streaming live stream is on YouTube. Go to New Albany High School, and you can join Chris Russell and New Albany Journalism Department bringing you the game live tonight. That's brought to you by the New Albany Journalism Department, doing an excellent job. If you hadn't watched one of the games, I watch them every Friday night when I get home. Quite amazing the production they put on.
Do a super job, no doubt about it. And that time the Warriors got called holding the Bulldogs right there, going to move them back again, going to make it 3rd down, and probably going to be about 3rd. And, we're going to decline it, so it's going to make it 4th down and 11, right at 10 yards to go.
Well, is it my eyes, Keith? I'm having trouble seeing the chains over there.
Oh, man, it's tough lighting down there, Kurt.
Yeah. I know when we're at home, Walt Harrison, Jeffrey Cook, Jerry Foster, Chris Moore, those guys do a job. I mean, they help us probably as much as anything we do. But tonight, looking across the field, we just can't hardly see them.
Yes. It looks like we're going to have a timeout. Yeah, we got a timeout by the Warriors. We're going to take a timeout with them. Bulldogs lead this football game 21-0.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Down on the field, we're just going to hold it here, Keith. I don't want what we got. And East Union is taking a 12-7 lead over Hatley. That is in the first quarter.
Okay. North Pontotoc went for it there on fourth down, threw an out route, and the receiver for North Pontotoc made a really good catch. It just was short of the line of game. Bulldogs are going to take possession of the football on the, looks like our own 26-yard line with under 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Bulldogs lead the football game 21-0.
Scores brought to you tonight by Chevron Shortstop, located just across the street from New Albany High School. With the best coffee in town, go by and see Mandy and Chris every morning at Chevron Shortstop. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs and Shettles. He's back to pass. He's looking. He fires a bullet. A flea flicker typing. DJ Robson's at the 40. He's at the 30. And he is going to take it to the house into the land of milk and honey. DJ Robson, and you can't run that play any better, Keith.
Kurt, I'm going to tell you, I've seen that play run a lot of times, and that might have been the most well-executed I've seen it run before. That was really well executed.
Usually it doesn't work very good, but, I mean, that time North Pontotoc defender bit on the first pass to Jeb, and, I mean, when he lateraled it off, there was nobody there, David.
I think the actual guy thought they was going to get a tackle over there on the side, and it's when he caught the ball, and the safety kind of froze up there and was able to pitch it to DJ, and nobody able to touch DJ. He got his speed going, and there wasn't no catching him.
Alexander's extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. It's up, it's good. Bulldogs 28, North Pontotoc nothing. 32 seconds still remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me, and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them, and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better, and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank at BNA. Professional business solutions. Our experienced commercial lenders understand the sophisticated needs of today's businesses. We have all the products and services needed to make your business a success. BNA Bank, the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
All right, take it away. Myrtle's taking a 14-6 over Ashland. That's a first quarter score. Hawks still looking for their first win under head coach Luke Conley, so we're all pulling for them. Former New Albany Bulldog.
Kurt, that kickoff and all kickoffs is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. The Tigers football team is 5-1, only have one more home game this season, and that's the 26th of October against Coahoma. If you want to find out more about Northeast Mississippi Community College Athletics, go to www.nemccathletics.com.
Shannon, Tishomingo County, no score first quarter. Trying to find an update on that Ripley Itawamba score. Last report we got, it was 7-0. As Winfong is back to pass. He's under pressure, and he gets away, steps up in the pocket. Now it collapses on him. Taken down at the 30-yard line. Going to lose 3 on it. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, Kurt, the New Albany defensive backs are doing a really good job of covering the receivers tonight. And he had a little pocket developed there, but it closed down quickly. Going to lose a little bit of yardage there. Going to be 2nd down and long for the Vikings. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Bulldogs leading the football game 28-0. We'll send it back to the station. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Take it away.
Corinth Warriors have taken a 20-13 lead over New Hope. And the Bulldogs have the football right at the, the Vikings have the football right at the 30-yard line. They trailed 28-0, start of the second quarter. Bulldogs now going to go with a 4-down lineman set, and Winfong's going to keep it off the right side. He dives across the 30. Out to the 37, going to pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards on it.
Kurt, Bulldogs, that was another designed quarterback draw, and the Bulldogs are doing a really good job of closing the gaps quickly. Going to be 3rd down and a long 5 or a short 6.
Just started in the second quarter. Vikings working a lot of different players, checking in and out of the football game. Here on a beautiful night from North Pontotoc High School. Bulldogs really have that line of scrimmage stacked. Winfong back to pass. He throws it out in the flats, completes it at the 42-yard line. Breaks a tackle, takes it out to midfield, right at the midfield stripe. 1st down. Completed that thing to number 3, Tyler Pickens, a big young man playing wide receiver.
Good-looking athlete, Kurt. Really, they do a good job with that out route. They've run that a lot tonight. Quarterback has a good arm throwing it out there, and Pickens is a really good-looking athlete.
6'5" and 225 playing wide receiver.
Kurt, we got a penalty on the flag, though. It's going to bring it back. And I hadn't seen what we got here, but I bet you it's going to be holding probably.
Let's check in with David Good down on the sideline.
Called a penalty against North Pontotoc. I believe they were holding Skinner back there. They had him down in the backfield whenever he came up when they saw the flag come out. So I'm assuming they were holding on against Skinner there on that play.
They're going to take
a big play there for them. They picked up 1st down, so it's going to negate that and give them a big 3rd down play here. Good for the Bulldogs.
Take it all the way back to the 23-yard line.
Actually, it was a personal foul, Kurt, and I didn't see it, but it was a big penalty.
It'll be 3rd down and 20. Winfong back to pass, under pressure, and he's going to be taken down. Fumbles the football, and I think a Bulldogs got it. Looked like number 25, Zion Robertson for the Bulldogs. He was hit from behind, and I couldn't tell if that was Hicks and Gilbert or who it was hit him, Keith, but he went down hard and fumbled the football.
Well, it was Hicks, it was Gilbert, it was Tucker. They were all three on him. He was running to his left away from him. He raised his arm like he was going to throw it. They knocked the football out of his hand. As you said, Zion able to get in. Bulldogs will have possession on the Warriors' 21-yard line.
1st and 10. Already lead the football game 21-0, 28-0. We're early in the second quarter, and Corinth Warriors have taken a 20-13 lead over New Hope. Hand off to Simpson. He got a yard out of it. That's going to be all nice play by the North Pontotoc defense.
Yeah, their defensive front just won that time. They did a good job of clogging it up. Nothing really there. Maybe got back. Well, going to give him about a yard. It looks like 2nd down and 9. Braden's going to set Simpson up to his left. He's got 2 receivers to the right, got 2 receivers. Going to bring Shaw in motion. Then he goes back, and we're going to have motion on the Bulldogs, I believe. Flags all over the field, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Illegal procedure.
Back them up 5 yards. Vikings defense trying to hold the Bulldogs. Cannot afford to give up another touchdown here in the second quarter.
I think I may have called. Have I called North Pontotoc the Warriors tonight?
Yeah.
Well, they got Pontotoc in their name. I'm calling the Vikings more than I have the Warriors.
Twin receivers left and right for Shettle. Simpson to be his running back. Shaw will come in motion. Back to pass. He rolls left, bootlegs out, completes it to Simpson. He's at the 20. He's down the sideline. Finally hit. Going to be close to a 1st down. We're going to see where they mark his progress. I think it's going to be just shy of a 1st down, David.
I got about 5 yards to go there. I was kind of surprised Keelan didn't lower that shoulder and head into there, but good sportsmanship over here. Number 9 reached down after the play was over with to help Keelan up off the ground. So a good show of sportsmanship there by the Vikings.
Ball's going to be right at the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Shettles, he fakes it to Simpson. Now he's going to keep it himself. He's going to be short of a 1st down. He's going to get 3 yards out of it, maybe 4. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 11-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1, and we'll see if Coach sends Alexander in for an extra point or he decides to go for it. Field goal.
Good job by the Vikings defense that time. They get put in a bad spot by their offense, and they do a good job. I don't know, Kurt. I told y'all it was hard to see here. The Bulldogs picked up the 1st down. Going to be 1st down and 10 yards to go from about the 11.
Okay. 3 receivers wide to the right. Hand off to Simpson straight ahead. He's hit at the 5. He lunges forward, taken down at the 1-yard line.
Uh-oh. We got some shoving going on down there. I don't know if they were. I think one of the Bulldogs might have been jawing a little bit, and the Vikings didn't like it, but no flags. Everything's good. Just boys being boys. Going to be. Kurt, I don't think I can see now. It's where we can still get a 1st down before we get a touchdown.
We're at the 1, and we can get a 1st down with about another 6 inches. Shettles will hand it to Simpson, and we've got a stoppage of play. Generally, when they stop it like that, Keith, we've got an illegal procedure on the Bulldogs.
You got it, buddy. You called it. That's exactly what it is. So that's going to make it 2nd down and about 7 yards to go for the 1st down, 8 yards to go for the touchdown.
Bulldogs have the big set in, the big power set. Tucker and Hicks lined up on the right side. Shettles hands it to Simpson off the left side, and there's a hole I could have run through. Simpson touchdown.
No, you could have walked through it because it was you called it, Kurt. We lined up with Tucker and Hicks on the right side, and then we ran Keelan back to the left side, and there was nobody there for the Vikings. I mean, not a a player anywhere to be found. He just waltzed into the end zone.
Simpson with the touchdown. Alexander with the Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. Jeb Bolin does the holding. Ethan Conley snaps it. Good snap, good hold, good kick up through the middle. Bulldogs 35, North Pontotoc nothing, and we will be back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Fielded it to 20, out to the 25, on his feet out to the 31-yard line. A nice job of returning the football. Had to work for those last 5 yards. But a pretty doggone good effort, if I might say so myself.
Yeah, it was. Good run by the Vikings there for sure.
That was number 25 for the Vikings, Luke Hale. And like I said, a nice job of returning the football by Luke. Vikings have the ball at the 31-yard line. Haven't been able to muster any deep offense, Keith. The Bulldogs are stacking a lot of players up in the box, daring the Vikings to throw it, and they really hadn't been able to throw it with much success. Got a low snap. Running back dives forward across the 35 out to the 36.
Yeah, good run there by the Vikings. You said it, Kurt. It was a low snap. Quarterback did a good job just to get control of the football, get it into his running back's hand, able to pick up about 4 yards on first down.
Right side, right there.
Another low snap. Does a good job to get the handoff off, but just not going to be in your running room. Going to get a couple yards out of it. It's going to be third down and a long 3 for the Vikings as they try to get some kind of ground attack going.
Well, just clogged it up front by the Bulldogs. Good job up by the defensive front wall with Tucker and Howard and Gilbert. Those guys doing a good job up front right now.
And look at the line. We've got everybody stacked up in there, just daring them to try to run the football, Keith. And Winfong gets the line of scrimmage. It'll be all he'll get. It's going to bring up fourth down and 3.
Well, and you said it, Kurt. We had the box was full of people. We had all kind of people clogged in there between the tackles. The quarterback for the Vikings took the ball, kind of acted like he was going to go inside in that traffic, cut it to the outside. The Bulldogs' outside defenders did a good job. They're going to go for it here, Kurt, on fourth and a long 2 yards.
I don't blame them one bit. Nothing to lose at this point. They'll send 3 receivers wide to the left. I wouldn't be surprised they try to hit somebody out in the flats. They've had a little success with that tonight. And now we've got a stoppage of play. We're going to have a Viking timeout. We're going to take it with them. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the Sports Connection, WNAU.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank at BNA. Professional business solutions. Our experienced commercial lenders understand the sophisticated needs of today's businesses. We have all the products and services needed to make your business a success. BNA Bank, the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
On two, it's low snap. He's back to pass. He's got time. He's looking into the middle. Almost intercepted. Gonna drop incomplete. Deaton had a bead on it. Couldn't hold on to it. Bulldogs will take over on down.
Well, just a good job by the Bulldog defense. You said it was a low snap. Quarterback did a good job of getting it up and getting possession of the football. Nobody open. Deaton came up and made a play. And future opponent of the Bulldogs coming up here at the end of the season. Score 8 minutes till halftime. Ripley leads Etowah 28-0. That's a shocker right there to me that's that lopsided.
I just don't understand what's happened to Etowah. I mean, they had a good ball club. They have not been able to do anything as of late.
Braden's going to send Shaw in motion from left to right. He's going to hand the ball up the middle. Keelan kicks it to the outside, going to get run out of bounds. Going to pick up probably 7 or 8 yards on first down. Got a flag coming in here. I don't know, a late flag. I'm not really sure what it is, Kurt. I don't know if they've send it down to David and see if he can tell what the flag might be.
I believe they're going to call a horse collar tackle. That was what the fans over here kind of wanting, but now the head official's the one who ended up calling it there late. But now he's pointing back toward New Albany, so I'm not exactly sure. Not sure what's going on.
I don't know what that. When he holds his hands out, is that delay on the? I think that's a delay on.
Might have had 11 men on the field, Keith.
Could have been.
Cody's going to get an explanation for that, but I don't know what. He's saying somebody was saying something. So anyway, jawing with somebody. So
okay.
Don't know who it was.
Keelan did a nice job running the football. He looked inside, Keith, then bounced it outside. Picked up some yardage, but it's all going to go for naught, coming back to the 47-yard line.
Kurt, is the clock supposed, when you get 35, is it supposed to run all the time?
Well, I thought so. Maybe it's got to be the second half for that to go into effect. Shettles fakes it to Simpson, throws it across the middle, incomplete. Tried to get it to Shaw in some traffic. Threw it a little bit high anyway. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, threw it a little bit high, a little bit behind him. And as you said, in some traffic, give the Vikings credit for their defense there.
Actually 2nd and about 17 after the penalty. Shettles talks it over with Simpson, moves him from left to right. Vikings in a standard 3-down lineman set. We've got a timeout on the field, and we're going to take one with them. You're listening to Sports Connection, WNAU.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank at BNA, professional business solutions. Our experienced commercial lenders understand the sophisticated needs of today's businesses. We have all the products and services needed to make your business a success. BNA Bank, the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
Back to pass, got all day. He's looking. Dumps it off over there for about an 8-yard gain. Taken down hard along the Bulldogs sideline is Shaw. I think that was Shaw, wasn't it, Keith?
Couldn't tell if it was Shaw or if it was Jeb, but either way.
That was Bowling. I think it was Jeb.
The Vikings are going to hold the Bulldogs, and Bulldogs are going to bring the punt team out. Good job that time by the offensive line. Plenty of time to throw the football, and you just got to give the Vikings credit. They just did a good job in pass defense there.
Johnson to come in and punt the football for the Bulldogs. Done a good job all year. Generally kicks it extremely high. He's got a high snap. He's going to have to run it. He goes down the sideline, and he's going to be short of a first down. And he just couldn't handle the snap a little bit high. He got a hand up and tapped it. Had no choice but to take off with it. Short of the first down. Warriors defense does a good job.
Well,
the Warriors. Now you got to be. Vikings defense does a good job.
Well, the snap, as you said, was high. Johnson went up to get it. Couldn't get control of it, and by the time he got control of it, there was a Viking right there on him, and he had no choice. He just had to try to run it and see if he could maybe make something happen. Vikings did a good job of defending it. They're going to have it first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Clock's still not running, Kurt. I don't know that rule.
I think 35 points if it's in the second half. I'm not sure of that.
I don't know.
Let's send it down to David. David, what is the rule on that 35 points and the clock keeps running? That's got to be in the second half or what?
Yes, sir. It's in the second. I talked to Coach Hammond down here, and he said that some schools do it first half, but most of the rule says start in the second half.
Winbaum throws a bullet, completes it into double coverage. A nice job of coming down with the football. Once again, that's number 3, Tyler Pickens. 3 Bulldogs there, but he did a nice job holding on to the football.
Kurt, I thought that was going to be intercepted, to be honest with you, and Pickens just went up, made a play for the Vikings there, able to get a first down for them. Clock's running now with going just under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Bulldogs up 35-0.
First and 10. Good snap. Back to pass under pressure. Avoids one tackler. Still on his feet. Gives more ground. Throws it away. And we may have intentional grounding. We may have a hold, but we do have flag.
Well, we got a couple of things going on here. There's no doubt it was intentional grounding, but he threw the ball backwards, which I guess you answer that for me, Kurt. If he throws it backwards, is it intentional grounding or is it just like a lateral? Because, I mean, he threw the ball backwards.
That's a good question.
But either way, it's going to be a negative play for the Vikings for sure.
I don't know if he threw it backwards and it went out of bounds. That's where the ball ought to be, and they're standing at the 44. They're trying to sort through it, but I think they're going to call it just what I think they're going to bring it back to the 36-yard line. I think they're going to call it a lateral that went out of bounds. Let's see what they come up with.
He's headed this way to give us a signal.
David Good's watching it down there. David?
It was intentional grounding on North Pontotoc. He never even threw it close to the line of scrimmage, and there wasn't anybody over there at all. So I'm not sure what the long discussion is, but yeah, he threw it straight out of bounds over here, and matter of fact, went over the fence nearly into the stands over here. So good job by the Bulldogs to get in there. I thought they had him on the ground, but he got the ball.
He was under heavy pressure. Gilbert, Tucker, Hicks, all were after him. And now they are teeing off and really rushing. He throws it high as he can, and it's going to be caught, but it's going to be out of bounds. The receiver number one, Spratt did a good job of coming back for the ball because Winfong had to throw it just as high as he could, and it'll be just a long, incomplete pass.
Well, he just threw that one up in the air, too, just like he did the last one, except this one went forward and went out of bounds. But good job again by the Bulldogs up front getting pressure. Good job by the Bulldogs defensive backs. So
I think that he actually got his arm tipped on that. He was under heavy pressure. This Bulldog defensive front is really teeing off and coming hard now. They're not under pressure again. Throws one in out here. It almost caught. A nice job of no flag on it, and the North Pontotoc Viking staff wants a flag. I thought it was a clean play, Keith.
Well, it was a close one. That the Bulldog defender did a really good job of defending. He did not turn around, and normally when you don't turn around, they're going to get you on that one. But they lined up 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and that 1 to the left being Pickens, and they wanted to go one-on-one with him because he is obviously a really good athlete.
Oxford 13, DeSoto Central 6. Late in the first half, as Jeb Bolin gets back to the 32-yard line, anticipating the punt. He comes up on it, hollers fair catch, and slides in and makes a catch. And there, once again, Keith probably saved the Bulldogs 10 yards by getting to it and catching it.
Well, he's doing a super job. There's no doubt about it. He is he saved a bunch of yards, as you talked about earlier, during this game over the year. Bulldogs lead this football game 35-0. We got 3:16 left here in the first half. Coach Stubblefield's got his offense over there, giving them instructions. Going to have possession, first down, 10 yards to go from their own 45-yard line. Plenty of time, Kurt, based on what we've seen tonight, for the Bulldogs to get this in the end zone.
Commodores over at Lafayette County have taken a 14-3 lead over the Pontotoc Warriors. And Shettle sets his team. Back to pass. Now he hands it to DJ. Picks up a block, looking outside, still on his feet, breaks a tackle. That's about as much work as you can do to pick up 3 yards as I could possibly imagine. But that's what he got. A nice job of getting the yardage he got. DJ had to do that on his own.
Well, you got to give the Vikings credit. They just extended the play, kept extending it to the sideline. There was no gap for DJ to cut up the field. As you said, did a lot of running for just a little bit of yardage.
Shettles hands it to his running back. Going to pick up 4 yards on it. And that didn't look like Simpson, Keith, to me.
That's
DJ Robinson's in his running back. I didn't think that looked like a little bit different style of runners. From our vantage point, it's really hard to see. As Shaw comes in motion, Shettles swings it out to him on a swing pass, picks up a block from Shumpert, taken down from behind. Could have been a horse collar, but it'd be a Bulldog first down.
Well, I'll tell you, Kurt, that's not an easy pass to throw, and Braden makes it look easy when he leads the receiver, does a really good job of leading the receiver into that screen pass. Super job. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Braden's going to bring the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Got DJ on the side on the left. He's looking, got time. Going to throw it out in the flat to Jeb. Jeb catches it at the 30. Kicks down the sideline, going to step out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, Kurt.
And he had somebody running down the other sideline all alone.
Well, I think that was his original intent, Kurt. He looked over there, and I think that person had gotten caught up and then took off. And either way, good play right there to come back over and get Jeb. First down for the Bulldogs.
Shumpert ride to the right. Shettles hands it to DJ Robson, and he's going to take it into the end zone. And number 16 for the Bulldogs came over and really did a nice job to allow him to get into the end zone, Keith.
Well, DJ did a really good job.
That's Isaiah Simpson, who we've noticed a couple of times on the year really made a nice catch, but he threw the final block. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Well, so much in the running game, you talk about the offensive line and how they're doing and how they're blocking, but your success on the running game depends so much on the receivers, the other backs, everything. So good job there by the guys blocking out front. Alexander's coming in for this Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. Snap, kick is up and good. And the Bulldogs are going to take a lead 42-0 with 1:24 left here in the first half. You're listening to Bulldog Football on WNAU.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
To the outside, back to the inside. Able to pick up good yardage. Going to get about a 12-yard return out of that. That's number 9 for the Vikings. And that's going to be Jones for the Vikings. They're going to have possession of the football. We got 1:17 left in the first half. New Albany leads the football game 42-0. Warriors come to the line of scrimmage. Going to have 2 receivers to the right side. 1 receiver to the left. He's got a running back on his right hip, and he's got an H-back to the left side. He's going to take the snap, a low snap again. Going to hand it off up the middle. Going to break through. Able to pick up about 7 yards there on first down for the Vikings. Clock running, getting down to 1 minute left in the first half. Winfund looking over to his coaching staff. Has receivers. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to have an H-back on the left side. Running back on his left hip. Going to move him over to his right hip. That's number 5. That's going to be Winfund is also. Going to run it up the middle. Going to probably pick up, looks like he'll pick up 3 yards, 2.5 yards. Going to be third down and a yard to go for the Vikings. Looking over to the sideline again for the play call. We've got 9 seconds left. Looks like they are going to try to run a play here before the clock runs out. He's going to take the snap. He's looking. He's going over to Pickens on the sideline. Really, really good job there by Cameron. I mean, no doubt they could have called offensive pass interference, but they did not do that, of course. Bulldogs are going to take a lead of 42-0 here at halftime, and we're going to send it down to David Good and see if he can get a hold of Coach Stubblefield for us.
All right. I got Coach here. Coach got to be very proud of your team. First half came out slugging there.
Yeah, really excited about it. Playing well defensively. They were getting after the ball. A couple quarterback runs have been successful for them, but they've shut them down other than that. Playing really well. Really excited about the offense is playing. Had a penalty. They got to stop that one possession. You don't want to clean that up. Any penalties are never good, but they're playing really well tonight. Sure.
Yeah, and both sides of the ball, like you say, playing very, very well. So got to be proud just coming down the road 15 miles or so and coming to your home place on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. You know, it's senior night for them. We're excited about the way we played, obviously 42-0 in the half, but just the execution night. You know, I mean, offensively, they're ticking up front. I think both of us, offense and D-line, are doing really, really well up front, and it all starts there. And our skill guys are playing well. Our linebackers coming downhill much better than we have in the previous games. We're not giving them second chances. We're not missing tackles, so playing really well.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thank you for your time.
chain gang's a little late. They must have been having them a hamburger or something. They're coming out a little bit late trying to get over there, but we're about to get this thing started, Kurt.
We might be like the South Carolina coach. He got mad because the chain crew that first night were eating hot dogs, he said. That may be like me. I had to go get some M&Ms.
Well, I'm glad you got you something to give you a little energy to get you through this second half. Hopefully it'll be a quick one.
Alexander has it teed up. Nice performance tonight by the New Albany High School Marching Band once again, doing an excellent job. And this time he is going to kick it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20, and we're underway here in the second half.
Well, good kick there by Alexander. Like you said, all night he's been pooch kicking it over here to the Vikings' left side, and that time he just boomed it right into the end zone, and the Vikings are going to have possession of the football. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And that does look like a couple of new jerseys on the field out there, Keith, for the Bulldogs. I see Foster out there along that defensive front. I see Wade out there working up front. So the Bulldogs working in some fresh jerseys here to start this second half. Winfong slings it out in the flat, completes it. Taken down after a 5-yard gain is number 3, Pickens.
Getting into Pickens again. Really, really nice-looking athlete. Good job by the Bulldogs. Zion coming from his linebacker spot. Jeb coming from his safety spot, closing down. Held him to about a 4, maybe a 5-yard gain.
They've got some good-looking athletes on the team. I know they've had some injuries, and a couple of the guys that have been injured are just coming back tonight, or this is the second week back. So the Bulldogs have had some themselves. They're out a couple of linebackers that aren't with us anymore, and Skinner's back in tonight after a knee injury, and looks like he's doing fine.
Well, it's really good to see Parker in there. As you said, we lost 2 of our senior linebackers to start the year, and Parker went down, and it really didn't look good for Parker, and really glad to see him back out there doing a good job. And Zion's been out there all year playing good. So, again, got to have those guys in the middle.
Carter Mathis checks in the football game for the Bulldogs. He works in the secondary. And Winfong's going to try to keep it off the right side. Turns it upfield. Got a little bit of running room, taken down at the 40-yard line. Number 70 for the Bulldogs. Howard had him but couldn't hold on. First and 10 for the Vikings.
You said it, Kurt. We had him in the backfield, man. He would just escaped. And, again, number 13 for the Bulldogs, who has had a really good night tonight, Jeb Boland, able to get a hold of him, get him down on the ground after he was able to pick up a first down. Clock is running, though. Got 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 42-0.
Winfog sets his team. Looks at a 4-down lineman set for the Bulldogs. Hands it straight ahead. Going to get 2, maybe 3 yards. Only going to get about 1 out of it, actually. Nice job by the forward wall of the Bulldogs.
Yep, good job right there, Kurt, that time by the Bulldogs. Defensive front wall. That was going to be number 44 for the Bulldogs that time. And that's going to be Wade making the play. He's in there along with Gilbert. And he's in there with Foster and Howard on the front wall.
Quarterback's going to get a low snap. He's going to plunge straight ahead, cross the 45, out to the 47, short of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Vikings. 66 Blessett comes into the game for the Bulldogs. I think that's the first action he's seen tonight. It's going to be close to a first down for the Vikings. It's just going to depend strictly on where they mark it. The vantage point I've got, it appears to be about a yard short.
Looks like they're going to line up and go for it there, Kurt. And I would imagine they're going to run the same play. They're going to snap it directly to number 6 and load up and try to run it one side or the other.
He's got a first down, does the Vikings, at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Kurt, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead. This clock's running pretty fast, and I want to get this trivia question in. And before I ask this trivia question, I want to apologize. I did not do my job this week to get the Tallahatchie Gourmet trivia question. But after this play, I'm going to give you the trivia question. Kind of a little bit of a trick question.
The number to call is 316-4000. $25 gift certificate is the first caller that has the correct answer. Vikings hand it off straight ahead inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. We got a tug of war going on. Officials finally blow it dead and they mark it. They're going to give him the 42. It'll be 2nd and 7. Go ahead, Keith.
Fumbled the football there and bounced right back to him. So the trivia question tonight is, the three of us on this radio team all played football for New Albany many, 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 many years ago. And the question is, what was our final year, each one of us' final year to play football for New Albany High School?
Winfong at quarterback, going to run a quarterback draw off the right side. Picks up a block inside the 40-yard line to the 39. And the Vikings put in a drive together. Kind of playing more their style of ball, what we expected, Keith, working that football on the ground.
No doubt about it. They just direct snapping, running, loading up and running. Again, the trivia question tonight is, me, David, and Kurt all played football at New Albany many years ago. What was our final year, each one of us' final year to play football for New Albany?
I'm going to give a clue on that, Keith. I will tell everybody that they did have face masks on some helmets back then.
They did. They sure did.
316-4000 would be the number to call.
Going to be a penalty there on the Bulldogs, Kurt. Going to give the Vikings a first down as the clock runs. We've got 4 minutes, under 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Didn't see the penalty. Let's go down to David Good.
Bulldogs line up in the neutral zone, so it's 5 yards, gave him a first down. So first one on the night for the Bulldogs on the offside penalties.
They really have cleaned that up a lot tonight. I'd noticed that. I started to mention it at halftime as Winfun barks out the signals, dumps it off in the flats, nowhere to go, going to lose 2. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Kurt got a score coming in from Chevron shortstop. The Myrtle Hawks have gone up 41-6 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, congratulations. They're going to get their first win on the season. Hadn't got an update on East Union. They were trailing 14-12 at halftime to Hatley.
Direct snap again to Women. Good job this time. We got Keelan Simpson in there playing a little bit of linebacker, and he does a really good job of getting through the gap. Going to lose yards. Going to be third down and about 14 yards to go for the Vikings.
And the clock continues to run. 3:18 remaining third quarter. New Albany leads the game 42-0. And Walt Harrison actually sent that score to us on the Myrtle. That's with 4 minutes remaining. Winfun's going to throw it as far as he can, and it's going to be picked off down around inside the 5-yard line, it appears. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. Shaw picks it off. And thank Walt for calling that one in to us. Walt, he's kind of the sergeant of that chain crew there at New Albany that does such a good job for us. Get out of line just a little bit. Walt lets those guys have it he's pretty rough on them, actually.
Yeah, I think they had to go through like some kind of training camp with him, I think, in the summer.
Yeah, you just don't show up. I mean,
no. I don't think Jeffrey King has a problem with it. I think Jerry Foster struggles a little bit.
I know one thing. I've strained to keep up with where the chains and the boxes are tonight, and I don't have to do it at home. They do a good job. Lucky to have them doing it.
Yeah, they do a great job. Got a big play right here by the Bulldogs, and this thing, look out. Oh. And that one was handed off to Keelan off the left side, Kurt. And wasn't a whole lot there, to be honest with you, and he made a lot more out of that than I thought he was going to.
Out to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Home next week against South Pontotoc, BNA Bank pregame show, 6:15. Remember the band having the fish and chicken cookout at the cafeteria, 5 to 7 before the game. Handoff goes, is that Simpson?
Yeah, just a good hard running up front. Well, we finally got a winner. I didn't think about hurting yours and David's feelings, nobody knowing anything about y'all. I knew that me being such a great football player I was, everybody would know, surely. I'm just kidding, by the way. We do have a winner, though.
Bulldog first down. Who won it, Keith?
We have a winner. Again, the question tonight was what was the final year for us three to play football at New Albany. Kurt Saul, David Good, and Keith Conley. And the winner of $25 gift certificate at Tallahatchie Gourmet is Richard Huffman.
Oh,
Huff had an advantage. He knew for sure about two of us. He probably had to do a little bit of research on the other. But, again, I apologize for the trivia question. It was a little fun trivia question, but it was a late minute, and I'm glad we got a winner in Richard Huffman.
You'd be surprised. Huff keeps up with a lot of that history of the Bulldogs, not only football, but, used to run the clock for years for the basketball games over there. And he can tell you a lot of things about the history of Bulldog basketball for sure that you'd be surprised at.
Oh, yeah, ain't no doubt about it. Huff knows about New Albany for sure. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. The Bulldogs lead this football game 42-0.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Vikings 45-yard line. Braden's looking over his offense. Got two receivers to the right. Going to take a snap, hand it off to DJ. And the Vikings do a really good job of penetrating, getting in the backfield, making the play. Going to probably lose a yard there. Going to bring up third down in about maybe 2 yards. Going to be third down in about 3.
Inside penetration, Keith. If he had gotten by that one man, Hicks had done a good job of kicking his man out. Would have been a big gainer.
Third down. Braden's got two receivers to the right. Got an H-back in Hicks. Going to run it right up the middle again with DJ, and this time DJ's going to get the first down. And we still got people following around there. I thought we had a little scuffle going, but we did not. First down for the Bulldogs. Clock running. 10:50 left in the football game.
Bulldog offensive line still in the football game. J.T. Newby, Brady Horn, Ethan Conley, Sam Morton, Ethan Cathy doing a nice job up front as the handoff goes to Simpson. He's running behind those guys doing the dirty work up front. He's down to the 39-yard line. Give him 5 yards on it.
Yeah, just you said it, Kurt. The guys up front have done a really good job all night. They're just pushing the Vikings defensive line back. And the Bulldogs, I believe, are just completely comfortable to continue to run this football, let that clock run, get a victory, and then get ready to get back home next Friday night.
Hand off to Simpson. Inside now, he looks outside, cuts it back across. Shoestring tackle at the 30-yard line. I think he would have taken it to the house, Keith, had they not got him wrapped up.
Well, good job by Keelan to get the ball, bounce it to the outside. Got to give credit to number 2 for them, King, making a really good open field tackle. Got a timeout, Kurt.
We might as well send it down to the sideline to David Good. And David, the Bulldogs have just come out tonight and were on fire, played pretty well mistake football, and, just dominated this thing.
You're exactly right, Kirk. It's really good to see them. They're kind of putting it together. Each week it gets a little bit better. This group plays a little bit better. Our quarterback's playing really well tonight again. Not really been any passes that were errant on his part. Now that the running backs are running the ball hard tonight. The line is blocking, doing a good job of opening up some holes. Defense is playing well. We've had an interception there out of our secondary. Our linebackers are stepping up in holes and making tackles, doing an all-around good job. Line's kind of holding everybody up at the point of contact, and just overall good to see the Bulldogs finally putting all this stuff together week after week after week.
Keith, I think, has got some scores coming in to update.
Yeah, I'm going to give you got a bad snap here.
Snap gets away. The Vikings are going to recover it, I think.
They called the play dead before the flag on the play, and I'm not really sure what it is.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, and the North Pontotoc Viking coach is not excited about it whatsoever. I really don't blame him. I wouldn't be either. But they're going to call the illegal procedure prior to the snap, and that's a dead ball. So mark it right at the 34-yard line.
You're telling me, Coach Saul, that they made the correct call?
Yes, sir. I think they did.
No doubt about it.
No question about it. I think our officials all year have done a pretty good job, except that clock operator over there at Sanatobia. Woo!
Still ain't got over him,
No, sir. He made the last 5 minutes of that second half, last 15 minutes. We're going to have to get him for a home game. I still want to get his name, bring him, come work our clock. Handoff in the backfield, and we've got some confusion. Number 29's in at running back for the Bulldogs. That's Coleman, and he just had nowhere to go.
Well, we got Jay Boone, number 15, a ninth grader, in there at quarterback, and had a little bit of confusion in the backfield. Like you said, lost yards. It's going to be, what is this, third down and about 20 yards to go maybe? Boone's going to bring the offense up. He's going to take a direct snap, run to the right side. Got some open hole there, cuts it out. Going to pick up about 10 yards. Clock running, and I said that was third down. It was actually second down, so this will be third down and about, looks like it's going to be about third and about 13 yards to go, Kurt.
That's number 15 carrying the ball, Jay Boone. showed some quickness, Keith.
He sure did. Freshman quarterback. Looks good. Got some good-looking young running backs in there with him. Got some young guys up front. Checked into the football game.
Yeah, I see Keener's working at a tackle. I can't pick up some of these numbers. Boone's going to keep it off the right side, trying to get to the edge. Cannot get there. Driven out of bounds. Now we got flags coming in, and we'll just have to see what's going on.
Oh, God. We got boys running down there. Y'all just need to go. Get back where you were. They ran him out of bounds. They shouldn't have done that. They should have just – he was going out of bounds, and North Pontotoc just –
Let's see if David Goose is over there mixing it up with him. David?
Guys, he slammed him into the fence over here on the side. The garbage can on the other side of the fence went flying. So there was a penalty flag call. So it's going to be a late hit or a personal foul, late hit out of bounds after the play was over with. But Bulldogs still on the ground. He was quarterback number 15. He's still down. And anyway, they're giving him a little bit of attention. He's getting up now. So looked like he's going to be all right. I'm just glad he didn't hit the pole over here. He hit right in the fence, kind of where it gives way. So if he would have hit on the pole, I think we'd have had a different result. But he's up now, and looks like he's going to be all right. So good job.
That's number 15, Jay Boone. And it looked like they had him corralled and then just kept driving him out of bounds. A little bit overboard with it.
Yeah. Got a lot of new faces in the game for both squads, so I'm not sure. I didn't really actually see what number it was for North that put him, but they've been a pretty good game as far as sportsmanship-wise on both sides, I've noticed tonight. So kind of unfortunate that had to happen here late in this ball game.
Hernandez in the game, Coleman in the game. Both of the Colemans are in the football game. It's a 15-yard penalty on the Vikings. Give the Bulldogs a first down. It looks like number 22's checked in at quarterback now. Parker Hicks. Parker's a 9th grader. Hands it off to his running back. Really nowhere to go whatsoever. Line of scrimmage will be it. For number 8 of the Bulldogs, Boyd.
Just not a whole lot there, Kurt. Again, the Bulldogs have made some subs, got some younger guys in, and I think we calling a timeout here, or the clock's still running. I'm not sure. All our guys.
It is.
They're coming back out. So we got some of our younger guys obviously in up front, and they still got their starters in, so they're just clogging it up pretty good.
As moving along the line of scrimmage, Keith, I think we're going to have I think the Vikings jumped into the neutral zone.
You got it, bud. I agree with you. That's exactly what happened. Going to give us 5 yards and keep this clock running. Bulldogs are going to get a victory here, obviously, tonight. Clock about to run under 5 minutes left in the football game. New Albany leading 42-0.
We'll be 5-2 on the season, Keith.
5-2, got to be pleased with that. And 2 more games left before the playoffs start.
You know, we've talked about it on the way down here, and there's no way in the world Itawamba could beat us again, I don't think. And I can almost say the same for Senatobia, although I give them credit for their victory. Alexander on for a 36-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. It's up, it's high, and it's short. And the Viking defense holds. They'll take over right there. But we could very easily be undefeated.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's that you take that Itawamba game, the first quarter of that game just went completely south on us, and then played Senatobia battle over there, ended up coming up 3 points short. But, again, that's football. We've played those games. We've lost those games. Now we've got to figure out a way to get into these playoffs and really move forward to try to go as far as we can in the playoffs.
Let's send it down to the sideline. David.
Yes, I've got someone, Miss Emily here from the band. got a little fish fry coming up next week and wanted to kind of give us some information about what's going on.
That's right. Our New Albany High School band, which recently earned all superiors at State Marching Festival, is holding a fish fry fundraiser, fish and chicken, should I say. You have the choice of either entree. It is being catered by Seafood Junction. It will be held October 20th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the high school cafeteria. Any band member, grades 6 through 12, can get you a ticket. Those tickets are $15 and include your entire meal, drink, and dessert. All proceeds go to help our band program, and we would love it if the entire community would come out and support these hardworking kids.
We appreciate your time. It's always good to get the band involved. They come each and every week, and glad to do a little fundraiser for them.
Well, it's our pleasure. We love supporting these kids. They work hard, and we just would like to invite everyone out to join us.
Thank you, Ms. Emily. Back up to you guys.
And we certainly look forward to it, Keith. I know you and I are probably planning to be there.
Oh, no doubt. Sounds like a good meal to me.
Vikings have a first down, handed off straight ahead. He's going to get right to midfield. We've got a pile up. That's where they'll mark it. And it'll be downed right there.
Well, just not a whole lot there. Got one of those piles up, looked like a rugby pile going, and a lot of shoving. And the referees, in my opinion, should have blown the whistle a little bit quicker than they did.
Yep.
All they're doing is trying to give an opportunity for some kind of roughhousing to start.
Yep. Inside of 2 minutes, 42-0 is the score. Vikings have the football at midfield. Quarterback going to keep it off the left side. He gets the corner turn. Got a nice run inside the 40, taken down at the 35. It'll be a Viking first down.
Well, just they ran that play quite a bit tonight. Obviously, when we had our starting defense in there that wasn't as successful, but they run a direct snap, just try to get to the corner. That time they were able to get to the corner. Bulldogs did a good job of keeping him from getting any more yardage than he did, though.
And now the crowd kind of gets ready to head for the exit, as this one could be wrapped up in maroon and white. Never been in doubt. Viking gets on the edge. He's got some running room, driven out of bounds along the 15-yard line. Looked like by number 29 for the Bulldog, Coleman. But another first down for the Vikings, but we've got a flag, Keith.
Yep, we do. I think it's going to be holding on them or blocking the back.
33 seconds remaining in the football game, and we may not get another play run. After the game tonight on the post-game show, we'll have some scores to wrap up, and we'll be sending it down to David Good after the game. He'll have a visit with Coach Cody Stubblefield. A couple of players will join him. So we'll be looking forward to that. That's just immediately following the football game.
Kurt, that's exactly what they did. They called holding on the Vikings, and Bulldogs, like you said, we may not have another play in this football game.
Well, we're at 21 seconds. The clock's running. They're going to get one more play. I guess I would throw it as far as I could into the end zone and hope somebody came down with it. Winfun's running to his left. He throws it out in the flats, tosses it off. Got some running room inside the 20 down to the 23, and that's going to run it out. Nice victory for the Bulldogs. Go 4-2 on the season. Just played a really nice football game, error-free basically. We'll be back after these messages.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank at BNA, professional business solutions. Our experienced commercial lenders understand the sophisticated needs of today's businesses. We have all the products and services needed to make your business a success. BNA Bank, the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not so good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're gonna celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
David? And I got a couple of players first here. Let's start off with Miss Keelan Simpson. Keelan had another good night running the ball tonight. Your line opened up a bunch of holes for you.
Yes, sir. Like I say, like same thing last game, man. Offense controlled the line of scrimmage. Also is the defensive line, man. Can't thank them enough, man.
Started out quick tonight. A couple of quick stripes for the first 3 times I think we had the ball we scored.
Yes, sir. Only punted one time tonight, which we really didn't want to punt, but sometimes don't go the way you plan. But other than that, we play really good.
Yeah, you get a little bit of experience on defense as well. Some the last couple of weeks. How's that been working out for you?
Well, I mean, I used to be all defensive player, back a couple years ago, but it's the same thing. I like playing defense too.
All right, good there. Congratulations on the victory tonight. All right, we got Cheese. Come here, Cheese. Talk to me, man. Big nose guard in the middle, the big Cheese. How'd it feel to get a win tonight against North Pontotoc?
Man, it just felt good. We came out and executed like I was supposed to, and we just got the big win.
Did a good job. Did you have any trouble with the guy on your nose tonight?
No, not at all.
How's it feel to get a victory?
It just feels amazing for us guys, and we just practice hard and do what we're supposed to do, and we just got a big win.
Got another big game next week. You going to be ready for South Pontotoc?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations on the victory tonight. I got one more guy here before we get to the head coach. I got Parker Skinner. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You had a little injury you've been battling the last couple of weeks, but able to get back out there tonight. Is your knee feeling all right?
Yes, sir. It feels good to play. I missed last week, but I'm back now. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you do a good job there at the linebacker spot. Kind of wasn't expecting to be a starter first part of the year, but had to come in due to some injuries and playing the position very well. What's your favorite part about playing linebacker?
I get to hit people just as hard as anybody else.
Now, I noticed you went down one time tonight. Yeah, it was your other knee.
In my other.
How's it feeling?
It's good. That was just a little twist.
Congratulations on the victory tonight. We'll see you next Friday night. All right. We're going to try to get Coach Stubblefield here now. He's see if we can get his attention over here whenever he gets a second. He's still busy with that. But overall, great victory for the Bulldogs tonight. I believe the North Pontotoc band's going to perform here in just a minute. So anyway, some of our guys walking down and congratulating some of the North Pontotoc guys. I know them as closely as the schools are together. Got to have a lot of guys that know each other, and so good sportsmanship all the way around here tonight for the Bulldogs and the Vikings. So Cody still got another coach there. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages, and we'll get Coach Stubblefield right after that.
Reason number 12 to bank at BNA. We are the bank for Northeast Mississippi. From buying a home to starting your own business, we are the team of local lenders standing ready to make your dreams a reality. BNA Bank. We are the bank of Northeast Mississippi.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Reason number 18 to bank.
For the very best in insurance companies from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agencies in New Albany.
All right, take it away. All right, we're back in that crew. The Bulldogs have won this football game big, 42-0, and I think David has Coach Stubblefield.
Yes, sir. Coach got to be extremely proud of you guys. The way they fought the first half, got a big lead, and then just held on the second half.
Yeah, those guys played hard. They worked their tail off. Football is a physical sport. It demands a lot. Practice day in and day out is difficult. So credit to them. They do that. They do well. They give great effort. And they came out tonight. They executed. They put the score up that they did, and they had fun doing it. So tonight's a night that they got to enjoy all the hard work that they put in. Really proud of their effort, the way they played. Couldn't be prouder of them right now.
Got a lot of guys that stepped up tonight. You got offensive guys, defensive guys. I think we're kind of starting to gel a little bit more each and every week. I know we talk about it on the pregame show, but probably the best overall together package that we've seen all year.
Yeah, I think offensively we're just a very balanced team. We can run the ball with Keelan. We got multiple receivers that we can throw it. We got a good quarterback that makes good decisions. We're good up front. So we're playing well and executing there. Defensively, I think our inside linebacker play has really gotten better. I think those two guys, Azan and Parker Skinner, they're coming downhill more. Keelan jumped in there for a little bit and played well. I think that's been probably the biggest improvement. But our D-line played well tonight. We saw us more in a four-man front tonight. Played against a team that was heavy run game. The next couple of weeks may be very similar to that, though. So we put an extra big body out there and did well.
Back-to-back weeks, we've got ahead 35 points, and we're able to run the clock in the second half. So you got to be proud of your team for that.
Yeah, well, we got to keep practicing, stay in shape. We don't want get too used to it, but like I said, that's where hard work pays off. You got to enjoy those. Those guys need to enjoy it. We're just really proud of them.
Congratulations on the victory. Look forward to next Friday.
Thank you.
All right, back up to you guys.
All right, Keith, we're going to wrap it up here. I think we've got a few scores to pass along. Senatobia has defeated Bahia 42-0, leads that game at halftime. Myrtle, did you get a final on the Myrtle game?
I was trying to get one. I know they were up 41-6, and I wanted to give